Good morning, everyone, and happy Thursday. It's a beautiful morning. We didn't really get great news from the governor regarding opening up our little studio, so that was kind of disappointing. I understand the reasoning. I'm trying to be patient and understanding, but it's still really difficult to accept, even with everything that's going on, because I know we would be safe. We would only have 4 people, distanced and clean, but it is what it is. We have to just remain patient and positive. So on that note, the best thing that makes us feel better is exercise and moving our bodies, and doing something that we have control of, and that's what we have mostly control of, is our own body, our own life, our own home. So with that in mind, we are doing a great workout today. We have our mats, we have our weights, we have some water, I have my notes. So sometimes this old brain forgets what I planned, but kind of the same thing of what we've been doing. So let's just start with some roll downs, feet 2 fist distances apart, parallel. We're going to take a breath in, reach up, cactus the arms, exhale, dive down and forward, shake out your head left and right, tuck the chin, roll it up. I'm so happy you're joining me, hopefully in your home, staying safe, maybe on your patio. Shake out the head, tuck the chin, roll up, scoop the belly, reaching back up again, cactus the arms one final time, diving down. This time lift and lower your chin, say yes, and then with the chin tucked, roll up 1 vertebra at a time, stacking against a wall, 2 shoulder rolls for 4, 3, 2, that breeze feels great, and 1, and then the arms circle back out and around to the front, so reaching back open the chest, 2, 3, and 4, very good. Okay, so I'm just going to get my timer started here because it gives me a little bit of a guideline. I can see it in the sun. All right, so we're just going to start with some jumping jacks. So jumping out, bring the arms over the head, bringing the arms down as the feet come back. So here we go, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Arms in front, cross feet, crossing one forearm over the other. We're going to bring one knee up at a time, opposite elbow. So we're going to turn out the feet just slightly, turn out the knees just slightly as they lift. We're going to try to go from that kind of heart-raising cardio to something a little bit more static, where we're not doing so much jumping back and forth. All right, let's do 10 more here. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to kind of go into a skater movement where I'm going to just take one leg back behind the other leg, kind of hopping. Now you could just step to the corner of your mat and reach the arms in that direction that you're stepping that back foot to, or you can get a little hop. Okay, so you choose. Again, we're getting that heart rate up. Simple movements. Let's do 10 more of these. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now we're going to tap the floor as we go to that other side again. So we're going to reach down, tap, reach. So it's still that same movement. You may or may not have the hop in the center, up to you. Breathing. Working the back of the legs. I feel those deadlifts from the other day. 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back in the middle. Now we're going to lift the leg to the side, elbow and a little more static again. So out at the side, fingers behind the ears, little crunch, little lateral flexion. Good job. Trying to do about 20 of each of these variations. So let's do 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's just jump the rope. Imaginary virtual rope. Elbows kind of tucked in to the side body. Again, you may just lift the heel. You don't have to hop. If you want to go a little side to side, go for it. Breathing. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. Now we're going to do a little curtsy and a side kick. If you don't do the side kick, you can just tap the mat. Okay? So we're going to curtsy, bring the arms down, side kick, back. Curtsy, side kick, curtsy, side kick. Side kick, that same arm punches. Curtsy, both knees bend. Curtsy, if you need to take that step before coming back, go for it. Again, it's a balance challenge. Woo! We're trying to do 20. Let's do 10 more. 10. Step back curtsy. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. Pull it down. 4. 3. Woo! 2. 1. That last one wasn't so great. It's all right. Let's do the other side. So we curtsy. Kick it out. Now I have better balance on this standing leg, so hopefully I won't need to bring that foot down too soon. But remember, if you have to, listen to your body, be safe, make sure you have room around your mat. Let's do 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, getting warmer, 6, 5, needed that step, 4, real big bend, 3, and a kick, 2, 1 more, woo! Awesome, all right, shake out your legs, let that heart rate come down a little bit, breathing. All right, we are gonna do our squats, and then our squat, tap the floor, and then squat. We'll add the heel lift first for the second set, and then the jump where we tap the floor, okay? So we're just gonna take the arms, side of the body, sit back, squat. Now I've got my feet a little wider, maybe a little bit just wider than my hips. Breathing, sitting way back. Remember the weight goes into the heels, toes lift. Squeeze those quads, we got 5 more. Breathing, 4, 3, back is flat on that shift forward. Last one. Add a heel raise. So squat, lift up the heels. Squat, up on your toes. 3, lift tall, good posture. 4, nice. We like to see the heart rate come up, but then that ability to be able to bring it down pretty quickly. That recovery of the heart rate. 4 more. Lift. 3, lift. 2, lift. 1, lift. Now we're going to tap the floor. Squat. You can either just come up on your toes or jump. Squat, right there, or just there. Okay, so we'll call this 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, good job, 7, 8, 9, 10, good job. Shake out your legs, keep the movement, keep the breath. 3 sets of the plies, very similar. Wide second position though, just the plie. 1, 2, how are we doing? Plane up there, 3, 4, 5, chest lifted and open, 6, 7, slower is better on these, 8, woo, 9, 10. Now we're going to plie, palms on the floor, then reach up. Plie, palms touch. Reach up, 1, 2, good job you guys. 3, how are we doing today? 4, 5, we can't get down. No, we have to stay up. We have to stay positive. 3 more. 2, our mental health so important. And last one. Now, that same tap. And then the jump, if you want, or just raise up on your toes. So here we go. 1, woo, 2, good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Man, that gets those quads. So good. And breathe. All right, time to pick up the weights. I'm going to get a sip of water. Keep moving. All right, grab your weights. Wide second. We just came out of wide second. Here we are again. We're going to hold a plie. Open the chest. Turn the palms. Bicep curls. Here we go. 20, 19, 18. Good job. Breathing. Right here. Stacking the legs. Isometric plie for 10 more biceps. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, looking good. 4, sink a little lower. 3, belly in. 2, squeeze the booty. 1, come out of your plie. Transfer both weights to your right hand. Plie and single arm bicep curl with both hands having both weights with the plie. 1, 2, we're only going to do 10, 3, 4, 5, little hummers are out, breathing, they're breathing too, they're always happy. Let's do 2 more, good job. Switch the weights, 10 on this side, plie, single arm bicep, 2, 3, 4, you gotta keep smiling. 5, sink a little lower. 6, 7, 8, 9, you got 1 more. 10, very nice. We are gonna do an upright row. Palms face your thighs, knuckles face forward. We row the elbows end up higher, but the shoulders don't shrug. Okay, so here we go for 20. 1, 2, just the legs are straight here. 3, 4, how are we doing? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more. We're increasing those numbers now on our upper body. Strength training. We have 6 more here. Then we're going to do the single arm. Breathing. We're going to hold a plie on those. 3 more. 2, 1. Both weights go to one hand. You don't have to do both weights in one hand. You can stay with single, but if you can, that's great. Come down on the plie, single arm, upright row with both weights if you can. 10 times. 3, 4, 5, healthy shoulders. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now stay in your plie, switch the weights to the other hand, brace this other thigh, or palm on the thigh, open the chest. Here we go for 10. 1, 2. Like I said, I was doing a lot of painting, so my forearms are still really sore. You do so much forearm work when you hold a roller or a paintbrush, so they're still a little sensitive, but I know I'm able to do all of this DIY work because of the strength that's being created when we work out, right? That's why we want to do it. 2 more. And 1. Stand it up. Now, palms face forward. I've got a bug on me. So, forward raise with the plie. Here we go. 1. Both weights are being used, 1 in each hand. 3. We're going to do 20. 4. Belly in. 5. Remember the plie, you want to be stacked right on top of the pelvis. Good. 10 more. Oh, thank you, Cloud. 9. And 8, 7, 6, neck is long, 5, 4, 3. Now we won't be doing the single with both. 1 more time. It's a little hard on the shoulder. So I'm going to bring our feet all the way together. I'm going to pitch forward from waist to head. Sit into a little knee bend here. Pull the core up. Remember our fly, similar to the hug a tree in this hinge. We're going to open out, tap 1, 2. All of these are really great. I mean, we repeat them. We do them most every class now. But I hope that you're getting stronger or not losing the strength that you built when maybe you went to the gym, you had that availability. So here we are at home, we've got to do this, right? 3 more, we may be 1 or 2 over, 2 and 1. Very good. Come up from there. Now I'm going to take both weights into my right hand. I'm going to pitch forward the same way. I'm going to brace this other palm on the thigh. I'm going to bend my knees, tap, and then row, but I'm not going to straighten my legs all the way. Okay, 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm squeezing into those lats, rhomboids, serratus. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stand it all the way up to give your back a little break. Go for a little back bend here. Always a nice reprieve. Weights transfer. Hand goes here. Remember, I'm going to bend my knees deeper, tap the knuckles, and then row. So that's just a little example. We're going to do our 10. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm watching these ants. They want to get on my mat. 5. There's 1. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very nice. Pec delt. Back to wide second. I just love this positioning. Gives a really good solid base of support. Bend those knees. Squeeze the glutes, inner thighs, core. Arms out here. Goal post. Are we going to have football in the fall? I hope so. Here we go. 1. Both English or British or European and American. We want both. I think they're already playing in some of those Premier Leagues, but with no spectators. Breathe in. Probably changes it for the players too. They probably, feed off of the energy. Let's do 10 more. 9, sit lower. 8, 7. It's like when I have a full spin class versus just a couple people. I love both, but you definitely can feel the energy from a full spin class. Let's do 4 more. Sit a little lower. 3, bellies in. 2, and 1. Woo! All right. Feet are 1 foot distance apart, pretty close. We're going to crunch down on the right side. Let's put both weights in one hand. I'm going to switch this up because I think we need a little bit more here. So I'm going to slide this hand up on the opposite side, come back to this shape. Let's do 20. 1, 2, 3. Now you can't be any flexion of the spine forward. This is a side flexion, a side bend, little side crunch. What I want you to imagine is there's a wall in front of your face, another wall behind your head, and you're trying not to touch either wall, kind of like that game of Operation where you can't touch the edges. We've got 8 more, and 7, 6, 5, abs in, 4, 3, you guys are doing great, 2, and 1. We finished with this other side here on our weight segment, so here we go. 1, we slide that other arm up, 2, 3, I think you're going to feel these tomorrow, 4, 5, 6. Now I'm not leaning into my other side that doesn't have the weights. I'm just coming straight back up, head right over the ribs, ribs right over the pelvis. And we're breathing. 8 more, 7, 6, doing great. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That kind of feels really good on the back. Let's take a moment to just have the weights next to the side of the body. Press your pelvis forward, lift up your chin. Be careful here if you feel a little dizzy. Make sure you keep your eyes open. Sometimes with the eyes closed, you don't, you kind of turn off that awareness of where you are. Of course, the sun's right above me, so I kind of have to wink up at the sky. All right, put your weights down. Grab more water. We should be nice and warm. All right, stand at the end of your mat, facing your mat for some plank series. Woo! I don't know why I forget to bring a towel out here every time. Feet 2 fist distances apart. We're going to walk, roll down, walk out to a plank. Tuck the chin, round the shoulders forward, pull the belly up. In this shape, you're rounded in your spine. it is very important not to think about in the roll down that if the purpose is to touch the floor. The purpose is to stretch the lumbar and the thoracic spine, the low and the mid back. Okay, and then as you get lower, it depends on your hamstring flexibility. Some people can come down and put their palms on the mat. My yogis can do that and still stay fairly round. If you can't, just bend your knees. The most important thing is you're not sliding your hands out. You need to pick them up like feet, okay? So let's try that in as few steps as you can. 1, 2, 3. I got there in 3. Maybe it took you more and that's okay. So I'm gonna hold my plank for 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I'm going to first drop my chin, look at my toes, and then I'm going to walk my hands back just enough to be able to try to start pushing my heels down. Now if I walk my hands back a little bit more, I can physically get my heels down. It's not really crucial if you're super tight in your calves and hamstrings, but it is a nice stretch, and this is going to increase the flexibility in the back of your legs. So really try to do your best to push through the hands like you're pressing your palms away from you as you push your pelvis back. Now, from here, I'm going to walk my hands back out, lift up the heels, back into the plank, and do leg pull. So leg pull is a single leg lift. I'm going to lift the leg first, and then I'm going to flex both feet. You see my right heel drops, my left foot flexes in the air, and then I come back on my right toes, point my toes, and then bring that foot down. So we lift, flex, point, down. Lift, flex, point, down. Lift, flex, point, down. Lift, flex, point, down. Last time, lift, flex, point, down. Now I'm going to come down on my knees to quadruped just for a moment. I'm going to separate my knees and feet, walk my hands in, and just do a little cow and cat. One more. Cow and cat, and then I'm going to go back into plank by walking my hands out a little bit, curling my toes, take one leg back, the other leg back, you're back in your plank. Very good. From this position here, I'm going to again lift up my hips. Now I'm not shifting my hands back. I'm lifting my hips, pressing my heels down, and then I'm just going to come back to plank. So we're going to do 10 of those, okay? So here we go. 1, 2, sometimes you do these with the hands a little closer in. 3, but I really want you to shift forward. So if you've done reformer work, think about long stretch. As you come forward with your body into plank, your shoulders really shift over your wrists. Squeeze your armpits. Very important. 4 more. Lift the hips high, press the heels down. Last 2. And 1. Now we're going to bring our knees down. I'm going to sit my pelvis back, and then I'm going to slide my hands in to the side of my body with my knuckles down, palms up, and let my head just rest. And in this shape, I'm going to roll my fingers in little circles and maybe just kind of get some mobility back in my wrists and forearms and hands from over after those planks. Okay, we're going to go back to downward dog for the knee taps, all right? So I'm going to bring my hands back out, spread the fingers, take one leg back on the toes. All right, so there you're in plank. I'm going to walk my hands back a little bit, press my heels down, and look back at my knees. I'm really trying to create this kind of U or V shape. And then I'm going to bend the knees as I come into more of a quadruped, lift my head, tap the knees for just a moment, and then come back up. Now, if you can, try physically not to tap the knees all the way down, but get as close as you can. Like there could be a little piece of paper between your knees and your mat, and that's the only space. Good, because we're not there to rest. This is a lot of triceps, so squeeze your elbows into the side of your body. They're not bending, but you're kind of in a little bit of an internal rotation to that femur or humerus bone. Let's do 4 more. 3, each time come back to this shape right there. 2, and now come all the way down. Again, shift the pelvis back, look back at your knees, slide your hands back, knuckles up, roll or wiggle your fingers, and roll your wrists. Very good. Awesome. So from here, I'm going to lie down on the back. How are we doing? Are we feeling okay? Hopefully. Okay. Knees are bent, feet are flat, hands behind the thighs. We're going to first start by just tucking under the tail, rolling back until you feel the belt or the waistband of your workout pants or shorts, and come back up, okay? So we're going to roll down, tap. Now we've practiced these. This is the version that you would start with your hands behind your thighs. This is always acceptable. Our purpose is not to lift the feet. Otherwise, the arms go out in front of your shoulders. Palms I like to face in, tuck under. This is all core. Posterior flexion, low back, lumbar. Notice when I come back up, I want you to feel those sits bones right there. 3 more. 2, notice my arms don't change position. Now this time we roll all the way down. How slow can you go? Imagine your shirt has these horizontal stripes. You're going to touch a stripe and then another stripe and then another stripe all the way down. Feet go out in front of you, they're flexed. Palms face forward, take a breath in, lift the weight of the head. Roll up, bow forward, pulse twice, tuck under the tail, keep the chin tucked, roll down. Sometimes when we think chin tucked, we lift our shoulders. Try not to do that. Rounding. We practice these. Let's take the arms all the way back behind you now. Lift the weight of the head on the arms and then roll up. Pull the ribs back, pull the navel up, stretch forward, roll back down. Try not to move your legs. One more time, here we go, exhale. And then roll back down. Nice. Keep the arms over your shoulders, palms face away from your shoulders, slide your feet in flat. Squeeze your knees and feet together. Pull your abdominals in to float your legs to tabletop. Take a breath in. Exhale, bow the head and shoulders forward, arms down outside of the hips, extend the legs and turn them out to Pilates feet. Pump the arms, breathe in. And out. 9 more. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2 more. Lower your legs an inch. Breathe in. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Squeeze your feet and knees together deeply. Hug them in and then rest your head and shoulders. Relax the shoulders down the back. Tilt your head right and left. Or rock it right and left. Stretch the sides of the neck. Good job. We're going to do part of the series of 5, not the whole thing. Take both hands to your right knee and pull the knee in deeply. Extend your left leg long. The toes are pointed deeply on both feet. Lift the head and shoulders. Now, the same leg that's bent, take that arm and stretch it down to the outside of your ankle. The other hand is on top of the knee. This is how the arms will switch when you switch legs. We're going to do 10. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now pull both knees in and take the hands to the ankles. When the legs extend, I just want you to extend to the sky and bring your arms to the sky. Then I want you to circle your arms and bend your knees and tap your ankles. So both arms and legs go up, arms circle, legs stay together, they just bend. Up, up, out, out, and touch. Now, try to take the legs out in front of you and then bend them back in. So legs out to the front, arms to the ceiling, circle, tap. 4 more, your abs should be screaming. 3, nice and slow. 2, pull it in. 1, in, and then rest. Rock your head. We are building muscles on the side of the neck. These muscles help support the weight of your head. Right through life, we want strong neck muscles. We don't want that head to hang forward off our neck, of course not. So we do need to strengthen these front of the muscles. But if you're feeling pain, you need to rest. This time, though, the hands will be interlaced, the fingers, hands go behind the head. We are going to go back to single leg stretch with my right knee bending and my left leg extending. I'm going to go to crisscross. So my right knee is bent. I'm going to lift my left shoulder, Look out to an angle across. I'm not turning to the side. I'm at a diagonal looking outside of my right knee, and then I'm going to switch. 10, 9, 8, 7, nice and slow. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and pull it in. Woo! Felt those. Very good. All right, so we're going to do a little reverse crunches here. I'm going to hold my mat physically with my hands. I'm going to squeeze my feet and knees together, and I'm going to just pull my knees into my chest, lift up my tail an inch, and then tap my toes back on the mat. So here we go for 10. We're going to pull in 1, and tap, 2, tap, 3. Think about the control, especially on your way down. So maybe you have a little momentum to get here, but then I want you to go very slowly back down. Okay? Let's try that for 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Now, extend both legs to the sky. Roll over. So take a breath in. It's that same action. Posterior tuck. Now I'm going to separate my legs, shoulder width, flex my feet. I'm not going all the way down to the floor. I get too much in my neck there. You can, if you would like, with your feet, roll down slowly. You definitely don't want to roll on your neck. And then you can stop here, bring your legs together, or you could circle and come down a little lower. Okay? So we're going to come up and over, roll over, separate the feet, flex the feet, slowly roll back down. Bring the legs together. 1 more. Up and over, legs parallel to the ceiling. Separate shoulder width, flex. Try not to move your hips. Can you roll down your ribs? And then the low back. Very good. Take the legs long in front of you. Take the arms up to the sky. For teaser, point your toes. Take a breath in, lift the weight of the head. Start to float up the legs. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower the low back before you do anything with your legs. And then lower the legs, the mid-back, the upper back. Take the arms back behind the head. Take a breath in. Exhale, lift the weight of the head. Press into your lumbar. Start to float up the legs. Fight for it. Hold. Don't move your legs. Lower your low back. And then the mid-back and upper back as the legs lower. 1 more time. You can do it. I know. I believe in you. Breathe in. Exhale. Tuck the chin. Lift the head. Imprint the lumbar. Roll up. Hold. 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 Very good. Now, lower the legs. Arms back up and over. Very nice. Good job. You guys did great. Slide your feet in. Rock your knees, your femurs, left and right. Keep your shoulder blades and shoulders down. Stretch everything you've done so far on that abdominal wall. We work deep into those transversus muscles, obliques. Even the rectus gets some burning on that superficial top muscle. Very good. Okay, so from here, we are going to come up on our forearms. We're going to do hip circles. These are really challenging. I don't do them on my palms. I like to come up my forearms and do these. So I'm going to kind of try not to sink my chest down like this. I want to feel like I'm supporting my torso with muscle. I'm not going to allow my neck to kind of get into the frame. So I'm going to start this with bent knees in tabletop. So I'm going to bring my knees in towards my chest. I'm going to rock to my left, rock my knees away from my pelvis, over to my right, and then to the center, and then reverse it. Keep alternating that. There's really not a lot of movement of your pelvis. There may be a little bit of movement. You're really kind of moving from your femur head, the top of your thigh. I heard an instructor say the other day, it's kind of like, a guacamole masher. And that's what, it's kind of stirring in that hip socket. Now we're going to try to do this with straight legs. You can see how much harder it is when the lever is longer. A little bit of pelvis movement. 2 more. Last time. Woo, I felt those. Very good. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to roll over onto my side. We're going to do a little bit of outer thigh hip work. I'm going to come onto my forearm. I'm in a little angle of my knees. I'm not, like my heels aren't pulled directly all the way into my butt, but I'm not fully extended either. I'm going to lift up out of my waist. I'm going to kind of lift my head away from my neck, lift my chest up, and then we're just going to open that top knee and close. We're going to do 20 of these clams. Again, a really great area to strengthen for our bone density. We want to breathe, we want to lift the ribs, we want to pull the navel in, and we're going to do 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now my whole shape from my foot to my femur lifts and lowers. We're just going to do 10. Here we go. 1. Keep lifting out of the waist. 2, 3, 4, 5. These are important for men to do as well. 7, 8, 9, 10. Now hold the leg up, extend the leg. 10 baby circles forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reverse. 1, 2. There's that guacamole masher. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! So I'm going to bring myself up to sit on the side that was on the mat. The leg that was working is at a cross in front of this other knee. And I'm going to try to kind of shift this other sits bone down on the working leg. And I'm going to pull with both hands gently onto this thigh and rotate into that direction where I'm stretching what we've just worked. Draw the shoulders down. And then I'm going to twist opposite just to give a little spinal rotation. From there, we lay down on the other side and we start with our 20 clams. So find your positioning quickly. Lift up through the ribs, chest, lift up that chin. Here we go. 1, abs in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You got 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Pull the belly in. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. The whole shape. Femur foot lifts. 1, 2, 3. Lift up out of your waist. 4. Lift the chest. 5, 6. You're not resting on the elbow. 7, 8, 9, 10. Lift that leg. Extend it out. Really lengthen. There's no soft knee. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep that knee forward. 8, 9, 10. Finish that circle, then reverse. 1, 2. If you actually had a wall and you painted the top of your toe, you want to make that circle the same every time. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Bring that body up on that side that was down. And then we are going to gently pull. I'm going to look over that shoulder, stretch into that outer thigh and hip. Ooh, that abductor muscle. And then I'm going to just turn away. Spinal rotation right there. Very, very good. All right, bring those feet together in the middle, little butterfly shape here. I want you just to rock on your sits bones. Lots of inner thigh work when we do plies, even without any weights, just the action of doing that plie. So hopefully you guys are feeling those inner thighs, feeling the outer thighs, feeling the quads, doing it all. Very nice. Now, I want you to extend both legs out in front. If, again, your hamstrings are a little tight, you can roll a mat up or a towel to sit on it so you can feel lifted and feel flat in the back. Otherwise, your knees probably be a little bent to avoid going into a slouched back. So I'm going to have you take your palms out in front, and I want you just to walk your palms out, trying to keep your back flat. So lengthen from the tail through the top of the head, like an arrow. Now tuck your chin and round your spine. And then lift your chin and lengthen your spine. 2 more. Round, lengthen. 1 more time, rounding, lengthening. Good. Bring the feet in, the legs in, till they're just a little wider than your hips. Arms to the side, palms down. We're going to twist to your left, pulse twice. 1, 2, come back to the midline. Twist to your right, pulse twice, come back to the midline. Sit tall, bend your knees if you have to, or stay on that little bit of a book, yoga block. We have little moon boxes at the studio for the moons to sit on to get people out of their sits bones or off of their, sitting tall on the sits bones. Hamstrings. Usually if we have a little rounded back posture, it causes very tight hamstrings. There's a correlation between that forward posture and tight hamstrings. 1 more time to your left. Back to the center. Bring both legs together. Find little index and center finger. You could do this behind. I've got ants on me. You could just take those fingers under and pull. Try to grab your big toes with those fingers and then round the back deeply. Remember the stretch we do standing, where we try to bring the chest to the thighs, the nose to the knees. You're going to use your arm and shoulder and back strength to pull you forward more. All right, I really want to think getting bit. And you're going to pull yourself forward. Okay. All right, from there, sweep those legs back behind you. Curl your toes under. Balance on those toes. Press into your heels. Add a little more planned, but we will do that the next class. You guys did great. Push yourself up to standing. Rolling yourself up 1 vertebra at a time. Take those feet wide. Second, inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, cross the arms overhead. Bend the knees, breathe in. Straighten the legs, cross the arms other. Cross, exhale. Breathe in. Exhale, look up. Breathe in, look forward. Exhale, look up. 1 more, breathe in. Exhale. You guys did fabulous today. Thank you for joining me. As always, I'm very appreciative of all of you who are doing the workouts. I can't wait till I can see you guys in person. Take care and have a great day. Bye.